My child, come close and stay with me in this moment. Do not rush past these words, because this is not just another message, and this is not just another day. This is an invitation, a gentle and personal calling for you to open your heart and receive what I have already prepared for you. This Easter is not only about remembering what happened long ago. It is about what I want to do in your life right now. I see your heart clearly. I see the parts that feel heavy, the parts that feel tired, and the places you have quietly closed because of pain, disappointment, and fear. Yet, even with all of that, I am still calling you closer. I am asking you to open your heart. Not because everything is perfect, but because I am ready to fill what feels empty inside you. If you are ready, say in your heart, I open my heart, and let that be your first step toward me. My child, Easter is not just a memory of what I did, it is a living reminder of what I am still doing in you. I rose so that you could rise too. Rise above your past, rise above your guilt, and rise above the weight you have been carrying for so long. But listen carefully, you cannot rise while staying closed. A closed heart cannot receive new life, and a guarded heart cannot fully experience my peace. That is why I am asking you today, gently and patiently, to let your guard down, not for the world, but for me. I know why you built those walls. You trusted and were hurt. You hoped and were disappointed. You gave and felt unappreciated. And over time, you began to protect yourself by holding back and expecting less. But I did not create your heart to live closed and restricted. I created it to live free, free to love, free to receive, and free to experience my presence fully. You are safe with me, and you do not need to protect yourself from my love. If you are willing to trust again, whisper within yourself, I trust you again, and let healing begin. My child, the cross was not the end of the story. The resurrection was. And the resurrection means that new life is possible for you even now. It does not matter what you have been through, what mistakes you regret, or what seasons have broken you. Nothing in your life is too far gone. Nothing is too damaged, and nothing is too late for me to restore. I am the God who renews, the God who rebuilds, and the God who brings life where there was once only pain. But to receive what I want to give you, you must make space. You must release what you have been holding on to for so long. Release the pain that keeps replaying in your mind. Release the disappointment that still weighs on your heart, and release the fear that keeps you from moving forward. You do not have to carry it anymore, because I already carried enough for you on the cross. If you are ready, say within yourself, I receive, and allow that to open the door for my presence to fill your life. My child, my blessing may not always come in the way you expect. It is not always loud, and it is not always immediate, but it is always good. Sometimes my blessing comes as peace in your heart when everything around you feels uncertain. Sometimes it comes as clarity in your mind when you feel confused. Sometimes it comes as strength in your spirit when you feel weak. There will be times where my blessing looks like a closed door, protecting you from something not meant for you, or a delay that is preparing you for something greater. You may not always understand it in the moment, but you can trust that everything I give you is rooted in love. So trust me, even when you do not see the full picture yet. My child, this Easter is your opportunity not just to remember me, but to receive from me. Receive my peace that calms your anxious thoughts. Receive my forgiveness that removes your guilt, and receive my love that never leaves you. I am not giving you these things in small portions. I am offering them fully and freely. I am not holding anything back from you. The only question is whether you are willing to open your heart and accept what I am giving. I see what lies ahead of you, and it is not empty or broken. It is filled with purpose, growth, and blessings that you cannot yet see. But you will only step into it when you walk forward with an open heart, not one that is guarded or afraid, but one that trusts me completely. My child, you are not alone. Not today, not tomorrow, not in any season of your life. I rose so that I could walk with you every step of the way. In your uncertainty, I am with you. In your weakness, I am with you. In your quiet moments and in your struggles, I am with you. So whenever your heart feels heavy, come back to me. Whenever your mind feels overwhelmed, come back to me. Whenever you feel lost or unsure, come back to me, because I am always here, waiting for you with open arms. Say this within your heart now: God, I open my heart to you. And if you believe it, declare, my heart is open, because this is your moment. This is your time not to stay the same, but to step into something new, a new peace, a new strength, and a deeper connection with me. My child, do not let this moment pass you by. Open your heart fully, receive my love completely, and walk forward with me. And if these words have touched your heart, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so that others can receive the same message of hope and renewal. If you feel led, support this ministry so that this message can reach even more hearts that are waiting. And if you believe and receive this today, say Amen, because my child, this Easter is not just about remembering my love, it is about receiving it and living in it every single day. My child, stay with me a little longer. Do not move away from this moment too quickly, because what I am doing in your heart right now is gentle, but it is powerful. You may not fully feel it yet, and you may not be able to explain it, but something is shifting inside you. As you open your heart, even in a small way, you are allowing my presence to enter places that have been closed for a long time. This is how healing begins, not all at once, not in a loud or overwhelming way, but quietly, deeply, and steadily. I do not rush you, and I do not force you. I move with patience, because I care about every part of your heart. My child, I know there are areas within you that still feel uncertain. Even as you hear these words, a part of you may be wondering if this peace will last, if this openness will remain, or if you will go back to feeling the same as before. But listen carefully, you are not the same as you were before this moment. Even the smallest step toward me creates change. Even the quiet decision to open your heart begins something new. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to feel completely strong. You only need to stay willing to return, willing to trust, and willing to receive again and again. My child, do not let fear close your heart again. Fear will try to remind you of what went wrong before. It will try to convince you that opening your heart will only lead to more pain. But that is not the truth. I am not like the people who hurt you. I am not like the situations that disappointed you. My love does not fail, and my presence does not leave. When you open your heart to me, you are not stepping into risk. You are stepping into safety. You are stepping into a place where you are fully known and still fully loved. My child, I want you to begin living from this place of openness, not just in this moment, but in your daily life. When you wake up, do not immediately fill your mind with worry. Take a moment to connect with me. When you face something difficult, do not close yourself off. Bring it to me. When your thoughts begin to overwhelm you, pause and remember that you are not alone. This is how you stay open, not by trying to be perfect, but by choosing to come back to me in every moment, again and again, without fear, without hesitation. My child, I also want you to release the pressure you place on yourself. You think that if you open your heart, you must do everything right. You think you must always feel strong, always feel faithful, always feel certain. But that is not what I ask of you. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for presence. I am asking you to stay with me, even in your weakness, even in your doubts, even in your questions, because it is in those moments that my strength becomes clear in your life. My child, there is peace available to you right now, not in the future, not when everything is resolved, but right now. It is not based on your circumstances. It is not based on everything going your way. It is based on my presence in your life. When you open your heart to me, you allow that peace to settle within you. It may not remove every challenge, but it will change how you walk through them. It will steady you. It will calm you. It will remind you that you are held, even when life feels uncertain. My child, I want you to carry this truth with you after this moment ends. Do not treat this as something temporary. This is not just a feeling. This is a new direction. You are learning to live with your heart open, to live with trust, to live with connection. And as you continue, you will begin to notice the difference. You will respond differently. You will think differently. You will feel a quiet strength where there was once fear. This is my work in you, and it will continue as long as you stay close to me. My child, I am not finished with you. What I have started in your heart, I will continue. I will guide you step by step. I will speak to you in quiet ways. I will lead you into peace, even when life feels loud. You do not need to rush ahead. You do not need to understand everything. Just stay with me. Stay open. Stay willing. That is enough, my child. Before you move on, take one more moment and speak this within your heart. God, I choose to stay open. Let that be your decision, not just for now, but for the days ahead. And if you feel this message has spoken to you, share it with someone who may need this same reminder. Let it reach another heart that is waiting. And if you are still here, still listening, still receiving, type, I stay open in the comments, because that is your step forward. My child, this Easter is not just about a single moment of opening your heart. It is about living with that heart open every day. And as you do, you will begin to experience my presence in ways you have not before. You will feel my peace more clearly. You will recognize my guidance more easily. You will walk with greater confidence, not in yourself alone, but in me. So stay with me, my child, because what is ahead of you is not empty. It is filled with my presence, my peace, and my blessing. And it all begins with an open heart. My child, stay with me just a little longer. Let this moment settle deeper within you, because what I am doing is not surface level. It is something that reaches into the quiet places of your heart, where words are not always spoken, but feelings are always present. You have begun to open your heart, and even if it feels small, even if it feels uncertain, it matters more than you realize. I see every step you take toward me, even the hesitant ones, even the quiet ones, and I honor them because they are real. My child, I know there is still a part of you that feels fragile, a part that wonders if this peace will fade, if this openness will close again, or if life will return to the same heaviness you felt before. But listen carefully, you are not going backwards. Growth does not disappear in a moment. What has begun in you is still there, and it will continue as long as you stay connected to me. You do not need to hold everything together on your own. You do not need to force yourself to feel strong. You only need to remain willing to come back to me again and again. My child, there will be moments ahead where life feels loud again. Situations will arise, emotions will surface, and your mind may begin to race. In those moments, remember what you are learning right now. Do not let the noise pull you away. Instead, pause, breathe, return to me. You do not need to search far, because I am already with you. My presence is not something you have to earn or chase. It is something you can return to at any time. This is how you stay grounded, not by controlling everything around you, but by staying connected to me within you. My child, I also want to remind you that you are allowed to feel. Opening your heart does not mean you will never feel pain again. It does not mean you will always feel peaceful or strong. There will still be moments of sadness, moments of confusion, and moments where you do not understand what is happening. But now, you will not face those moments alone. When your heart is open, you bring those feelings to me instead of hiding them. You allow me to meet you in them, to comfort you, to guide you, and to remind you that you are not alone in what you feel. My child, do not confuse openness with weakness. The world may tell you that protecting yourself means closing off, But true strength is found in staying open while trusting me. It takes courage to keep your heart open after it has been hurt. It takes faith to trust again when things did not go the way you expected. And I see that courage in you. I see that faith growing in you. Even now, even in small ways, you are becoming stronger, not by hardening your heart, but by allowing me to strengthen it. My child, I want you to begin noticing my presence in your daily life, not just in big moments, but in small ones, in the quiet of your morning, in the pause between your thoughts, in the calm that comes when you choose not to react. These are the places where I am speaking to you. My voice is not always loud, but it is always there. When you open your heart, you begin to recognize it more clearly. You begin to feel guided instead of lost, steady instead of overwhelmed. My child, there is something beautiful that happens when you live with your heart open to me. You begin to carry peace within you, and that peace begins to affect everything around you. The way you speak changes. The way you respond changes. The way you see yourself and others begins to shift. Not because you are forcing it, but because my presence within you is growing stronger. This is how your life transforms, not through pressure, but through connection. My child, do not rush this process. You do not need to become everything all at once. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to take one step at a time. What matters is that you keep moving toward me. Even when you feel unsure, even when you feel weak, even when you feel like you are not making progress, keep coming back. Because every time you return, you are strengthening your connection with me. My child, before you move forward, take a moment and say this within your heart: God, I will stay open to you. Let that be your choice, not just for today, but for the days ahead. And when you feel yourself drifting, when you feel your heart beginning to close again, remember this moment. Remember that you can return. You can always come back to me, and I will always receive you. If you are still here, still listening, still allowing your heart to open, type, "I stay with God," in the comments. Let that be your declaration. And if this message has touched you, share it with someone who may need this same reminder, because there are others who are carrying what you once carried, and they need to know that they are not alone. My child, what is ahead of you is not empty. It is filled with my presence, my peace, and my guidance. You may not see it all yet, but you will experience it as you continue to walk with me. So stay open, stay close, and keep moving forward, because I am with you every step of the way, and I will lead you into the life I have prepared for you. My child, remain here with me a little longer. Let your heart settle, not in a rush, not in pressure, but in quiet awareness of my presence. You have been opening your heart, and I want you to understand something deeply now. This is not just a moment. This is a new way of living. A life where you no longer move through your days closed off, guarded, and carrying everything alone, but a life where you walk with me, aware that I am with you in every moment. My child, there will be times when you forget this feeling. Times when life becomes busy again, when your mind fills with thoughts, and when your heart begins to close without you even realizing it. This will happen, and when it does, do not be discouraged. Do not think you have lost what you gained here. You have not lost it. You have simply drifted for a moment, and you can return. Always return. My presence has not moved away from you. I am still here, exactly where you left me, waiting for you to come back. My child, I want you to build a habit of returning, not just in big moments, not only when things feel heavy, but in the ordinary parts of your day. When you wake up, take a moment to acknowledge me. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and turn your thoughts toward me. When you feel peace, recognize that it is my presence within you. This is how your relationship with me grows, not through perfection, but through consistency. Small, repeated moments of connection that slowly transform your life. My child, you often look for big changes, something dramatic that proves you are growing. But I want you to see the quiet changes, the moments where you choose peace instead of reacting, the moments where you pause instead of rushing, the moments where you speak kindly to yourself instead of being harsh. These are signs that you are changing. These are signs that my presence is working within you. Do not overlook them. Do not dismiss them. They matter more than you think. My child, I also want you to release the pressure of trying to feel me all the time. There will be moments when you feel deeply connected, and there will be moments when you feel nothing at all. This does not mean I have left you. My presence is not based on your feelings. I am constant. Even in silence, I am with you. Even when your emotions are unclear, I am still near. So do not rely only on what you feel. Trust what you know. Trust that I am with you always. My child, you are learning to live differently. Not driven by fear, not controlled by worry, but guided by trust. And this will begin to show in your life. You will notice that things that once overwhelmed you will no longer have the same power. You will find yourself calmer in situations that once caused stress. You will begin to respond with clarity instead of confusion. This is not by your own strength alone. This is my work within you. This is what happens when you stay connected to me. My child, I want you to carry this peace into your interactions with others. When you speak, let your words come from a place of calm. When you respond, choose understanding over reaction. When you feel tension, pause and return to me before you act. You do not need to respond to everything immediately. You do not need to match the noise around you. You can remain steady because you are rooted in me. This is how you protect your peace, not by controlling others, but by staying grounded within yourself. My child, there is also something I want you to remember when you face difficult moments. You are not expected to handle everything perfectly. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to step back. You are allowed to take time to come back to me before moving forward. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Because when you act from a place of peace, your decisions will be clearer, your words will be calmer, and your path will feel steadier. My child, you are not walking this path alone. I am with you in every step, in every decision, in every moment of your life. You may not always see it clearly, but I am guiding you. I am leading you. I am working in ways you do not yet understand. So, trust me. Trust that even when things feel uncertain, I am still in control. Trust that even when you do not see the outcome, I am still working for your good. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I will return to you daily. Let that be your intention moving forward. Not to be perfect, not to have everything figured out, but simply to return. Again and again. And if you feel this in your heart, type, I return to God, in the comments. Let that be your reminder. My child, do not let this be just a passing moment. Let this be the beginning of a deeper connection, a steadier peace, and a stronger awareness of my presence in your life. You are not the same as you were before. Something has shifted within you, and it will continue to grow as you stay with me. So go forward now, not with fear, not with pressure, but with quiet confidence. You are held. You are guided. You are not alone. Stay open, stay close, and keep returning to me, because I am always here, and I will lead you every step of the way. My child, stay with me just a little longer. Let your heart remain still, not distracted, not rushed, but present. Because what I am doing in you is not something to hurry past. It is something to receive slowly, deeply, and fully. You have been opening your heart, and now I want you to understand how to carry this into your everyday life, not as a moment that fades, but as a way of living that stays with you. My child, there will be times when life feels normal again. The quiet you feel now may not always feel as strong. Your thoughts may become busy again. Your responsibilities may pull your attention, and you may find yourself slipping back into old patterns without even realizing it. But listen carefully. This is where your awareness matters. Not to judge yourself, not to feel discouraged, but simply to notice. Because when you notice, you can return. And every time you return, you strengthen your connection with me. My child, you are learning something powerful, something that will change how you live if you continue in it. You are learning that peace is not something you wait for. It is something you return to. It is not something that depends on everything around you being perfect. It is something that comes from within, from your connection with me. And that means, no matter what is happening around you, you always have a place to come back to. My child, when your thoughts begin to race, do not follow them immediately. Pause. Take a breath. Become aware of what you are thinking, and then gently bring your focus back to me. You do not need to fight your thoughts. You do not need to control everything. You only need to redirect your attention. This is how your mind becomes calm, not through force, but through returning. Again and again, with patience. My child, I also want you to notice how you speak to yourself throughout your day, because your inner voice has power. When you are harsh with yourself, when you criticize your actions, when you focus only on what you did wrong, you create heaviness within you. But that is not how I speak to you. I speak with patience, with understanding, with guidance. So begin to speak to yourself in that same way. When you make a mistake, do not condemn yourself. Learn from it and move forward. This is how you grow. My child, you are not expected to be perfect. You are expected to grow. And growth takes time. There will be moments when you feel strong, and there will be moments when you feel weak. There will be days when everything feels clear, and days when everything feels uncertain. But none of these moments define you. What defines you is your willingness to keep returning, to keep trusting, to keep walking with me, even when you do not fully understand. My child, I want you to carry this peace into your interactions with others. When someone speaks harshly, you do not have to respond in the same way. When situations feel tense, you do not have to match that tension. You can choose calm, you can choose patience, you can choose to pause before you respond. And in that pause, you will find me, guiding you, steadying you, helping you respond from a place of peace rather than reaction. My child, there is strength in this kind of living. It may not look loud, it may not be noticed by everyone, but it is real, it is lasting, and it will change your life. Because when you live from a place of peace, you are no longer controlled by what happens around you. You become steady, grounded, clear, and that is where true strength is found. My child, I also want you to trust that I am working in your life, even when you do not see it. There are things happening beneath the surface, things being aligned, things being prepared. You may not understand it now, but in time, you will see how everything is coming together. So do not rush, do not force outcomes, do not try to control what is not yours to control. Stay present, stay connected. Trust that I am leading you step by step. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose to stay aware of you. Let that be your intention, not just in quiet moments, but throughout your day. And if you feel this within you, type, I stay aware of God, in the comments. Let that be your reminder to return again and again. My child, you are not alone in this journey. You are not figuring this out by yourself. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, walking with you in every moment. So go forward with confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you know where to return. Stay open, stay aware, stay close to me, because what I have begun in you will continue. What you are learning will grow, and the peace you feel now will become something steady within you, something that stays, something that carries you through every season of your life. So keep going, my child. Keep returning. Keep walking with me. I am with you always. My child, stay with me a little longer. Let this moment continue to settle within you, not as something temporary, but as something that becomes part of how you live. You have been learning to return, to stay aware, to remain open. And now I want you to understand how to trust this new way of living, even when life does not feel calm. Because there will be moments ahead when everything feels uncertain again, when your thoughts become loud, when your emotions feel overwhelming. And in those moments, you may wonder if you have lost this peace. But listen carefully, you have not lost it. You have simply been pulled into the noise, and you can always return. My child, peace is not something that disappears. It is something that waits for you to come back to it. And I am that place of peace within you. So when life becomes loud again, do not panic. Do not think something is wrong with you. Simply pause and come back. This is how you grow. Not by avoiding challenges, but by learning how to return to me in the middle of them. Every time you do this, you become stronger, more grounded, more steady. My child, I also want you to understand that your journey will not always feel smooth. There will be ups and downs. There will be moments when you feel connected and moments when you feel distant. This is part of your growth. Do not judge yourself in those moments. Do not think you are failing. You are learning. You are becoming more aware. And awareness is the beginning of transformation. When you notice that your mind has wandered, when you notice that your heart feels closed again, that is not failure, that is awareness. And awareness allows you to return. My child, you are not expected to stay in a perfect state of peace at all times. You are learning how to come back to peace, and that is what matters. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with your process. Do not rush your growth. Just stay consistent. Just keep returning. Again and again. This is how your life will change, not in one moment, but through repeated connection with me. My child, I want you to begin trusting yourself more. Not your fears, not your doubts, but the part of you that is connected to me. There is a quiet knowing within you, a sense of what is right, a feeling of peace when something is aligned. That is my guidance within you. Learn to listen to it. When something feels heavy, pause. When something feels peaceful, pay attention. This is how I lead you, not through pressure, but through peace. My child, you do not need to force decisions. You do not need to rush into answers. Give yourself time. Give yourself space. Let things become clear naturally. When you stay connected to me, clarity will come. Not always instantly, but in the right time. Trust that. Trust that you do not need to have everything figured out right now. You only need to take the next step, and I will guide you through the rest. My child, there is also something I want you to release. The need to control everything. The need to predict outcomes. The need to make sure everything goes the way you expect. This need creates pressure, and that pressure pulls you away from peace. But you do not have to carry that anymore. You can let it go. You can trust me with what you cannot control. And when you do, you will feel lighter. You will feel freer. You will feel more at ease within yourself. My child, I am not asking you to stop caring about your life. I am asking you to trust me with it, to walk with me instead of trying to lead everything on your own. Because when you try to carry everything by yourself, you become tired. But when you walk with me, you find rest, you find strength, you find peace, even in the middle of uncertainty. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I trust you with my life. Let that be your decision, not just in this moment, but moving forward. And if you feel this within you, type, I trust God fully in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you begin to feel overwhelmed again. My child, what you are learning now will carry you through many seasons of your life. It will help you in moments of stress, in moments of confusion, in moments of decision. This is not just for now. This is something you will return to again and again. And each time you return, it will become easier. Each time you return, it will feel more natural. Until one day, this peace will feel like your normal state. My child, you are not alone in this journey. I am with you in every moment. I am guiding you even when you do not see it. I am working in your life even when you do not understand it. So trust me. Stay close. Keep returning, because everything you need is already within you through me. Go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to rush. You do not need to figure everything out. Just stay aware, stay open, stay connected, and I will lead you step by step into the life that is meant for you. My child, remain with me a little longer. Let this moment stretch deeper into your heart, because what you are learning now is not only for today, it is something that will guide you in ways you cannot yet fully see. You are beginning to understand how to return, how to trust, how to stay aware of my presence. And now I want to show you how to carry this into the moments when life feels uncertain and when your heart feels tested. My child, there will be situations ahead that challenge your peace. Moments when people do not respond the way you hoped, when plans do not unfold the way you expected, and when circumstances feel out of your control. In those moments, your first instinct may be to react, to worry, or to try to fix everything quickly. But this is where your growth begins to show. This is where you pause. This is where you remember me. This is where you choose not to be pulled into the noise, but instead to return to the quiet place within you where I am. My child, you do not need to react to everything immediately. You do not need to have an answer for everything right away. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to take a step back. You are allowed to come to me before you respond. And in that pause, something powerful happens. Your thoughts begin to settle. Your emotions begin to calm, and you start to see clearly again. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is strength guided by my presence within you. My child, I want you to begin trusting that calm voice within you more than the loud thoughts that try to rush you. The loud thoughts will push you, pressure you, and fill you with urgency. But my voice is different. It is steady, peaceful, and patient. It does not rush you. It guides you gently. And when you learn to listen to that voice, your life begins to feel less chaotic and more grounded. My child, I also want you to understand that not everything requires your energy. There will be situations that do not deserve your reaction. There will be words that do not deserve your response. There will be moments where the best thing you can do is remain still and let it pass. You do not need to involve yourself in everything. You do not need to carry everything. Protect your peace by choosing where you place your attention. My child, your attention is powerful. What you focus on will grow within you. If you focus on fear, it will expand. If you focus on worry, it will increase. But if you bring your attention back to me, even in small moments, you will begin to feel peace again. This is something you can practice throughout your day. You do not need a perfect environment or complete silence. You only need a moment of awareness where you choose to return. My child, I want you to notice how you move through your day. Notice when you begin to feel tension. Notice when your thoughts start to spiral. Notice when your heart feels heavy, not to judge yourself, but to become aware. Because awareness gives you a choice. And in that choice, you can return to me. You can take a breath, shift your focus, and reconnect with the peace that is already within you. My child, this is how your life begins to change in a real and lasting way. Not through big, dramatic shifts, but through small, consistent choices. Choosing to pause instead of react. Choosing to trust instead of worry. Choosing to return instead of staying lost in your thoughts. These small choices build something strong within you. They build stability, clarity, and peace that does not easily fade. My child, I also want you to trust that you are being guided, even when you do not see clear direction. There will be times when you feel unsure about what to do next, times when you wish you had more answers. But you do not need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next step, and as you take that step, the next one will become clear. This is how I lead you, not by showing you everything at once, but by guiding you one step at a time. My child, release the pressure of needing to know everything. Release the fear of making the wrong choice. As long as you are staying connected to me, I will guide you. Even if you make a mistake, I will lead you back. You are not alone in your decisions. You are not navigating life by yourself. I am with you in every choice, every step, every moment. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose to stay calm and trust you. Let that be your anchor when life feels overwhelming. And if you feel this within you, type, I stay calm with God, in the comments as your declaration. And my child, if these words are helping you, if you feel peace, clarity, or strength through this message, take a moment to support this ministry. Like this message, share it with someone who needs this today, and subscribe so you can continue receiving guidance like this. There are many hearts waiting for this same peace, and your simple action can help this message reach them. My child, what you are learning now is becoming part of you. You are becoming more aware, more steady, more connected. Even if you do not fully feel it yet, it is happening, and it will continue as long as you stay with me. So go forward with this understanding. You do not need to rush. You do not need to react to everything. You do not need to carry what is not yours. Just stay aware, stay connected, and stay close to me. And I will guide you through every moment with peace, with clarity, and with a quiet strength that will carry you further than you ever imagined. My child, stay with me just a little longer. Let your heart remain steady in this moment, not pulled by distractions, not rushed by thoughts, but grounded in my presence. Because what you are learning is becoming part of you. And now I want you to understand how to carry this peace, even when life does not cooperate with your expectations. My child, there will be moments when things do not go the way you planned. Situations will shift, people may disappoint you, and outcomes may not match what you hoped for. In those moments, your mind will try to take control. It will begin to question, to analyze, to worry. But this is where you must remember what you have learned. You do not need to control everything to feel at peace. You only need to stay connected to me. My child, control is something you have held onto for a long time. You believed that if you could manage everything, if you could predict every outcome, you would feel safe. But instead, it has made you tired. It has filled your mind with pressure and your heart with tension. I am asking you now to release that need. Not all at once, but step by step. Every time you feel the urge to control, pause and say, God, I trust you here. That small shift will begin to free you. My child, trust is not built in one moment. It is built through repeated surrender, through choosing me again and again, especially when it feels uncomfortable. Because true trust is revealed in uncertainty. When you do not know what will happen next, when things feel unclear, that is when you lean on me. That is when your faith becomes real. My child, I also want you to understand that not everything needs to be solved immediately. You have a habit of trying to resolve everything quickly, to remove discomfort as soon as it appears. But some things require time. Some answers unfold slowly. Some situations need space. You do not need to rush the process. You can allow things to unfold while staying grounded in me. My child, when you slow down, you begin to see more clearly. You begin to notice what truly matters. You begin to respond with wisdom instead of reacting with emotion. This is why I am teaching you to pause. Because in your pause, there is clarity. In your stillness, there is direction. In your trust, there is peace. My child, I want you to begin trusting the process of your life, even the parts you do not understand, even the moments that feel confusing, because I am working in ways you cannot always see. There are things being aligned, things being prepared, things being shifted for your good. You may not see it now, but you will in time. My child, do not measure your life only by what you can see in front of you. There is more happening beneath the surface. Growth is taking place within you. Strength is being built. Wisdom is being formed. These things will carry you forward in ways that external success cannot. My child, I also want you to release comparison. You look at others and wonder if you are behind, if you are doing enough, if you are where you should be. But your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. I am leading you in a way that is specific to you. Your timing is different. Your path is different. And that is not a problem. It is part of my plan. My child, stay focused on your path. Stay connected to me. That is enough. You do not need to measure yourself against others. You only need to walk faithfully where you are. And as you do, you will begin to see how everything unfolds in the right time. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I release control and trust your plan. Let that be your decision moving forward. And if you feel this deeply, type, I trust God's plan in the comments. Let that be your reminder when your mind begins to race again. And my child, if this message is helping you, if you feel peace through these words, take a moment to support this ministry. Like this message, share it with someone who needs encouragement and subscribe so you can continue receiving guidance like this. There are many people searching for peace, just like you are, and your support helps this reach them. My child, you are not alone in this journey. You are being guided even when you do not see it. You are being strengthened even when you do not feel it. You are moving forward even when it feels slow. So do not lose heart. Do not go back to old ways of thinking. Stay with me. Go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to control every outcome. Just stay present, stay aware, stay connected, and I will lead you step by step with peace, with clarity, and with a quiet confidence that will grow stronger within you each day. My child, come closer again and stay with me in this moment. Do not rush past what you are feeling right now, because what is happening inside you matters more than you realize. I am not only speaking to your thoughts, I am speaking to your heart, to the deeper places within you that are often quiet but always present. You have been learning to trust me, to release control, to stay aware of my presence, and now I want to guide you in something that will change how you move through your daily life, how you handle your emotions. My child, your emotions are not a weakness. They are part of how you were created. You feel deeply, you care deeply, and that is not something to push away. But listen carefully. Your emotions were never meant to lead you. They were never meant to control your actions or decide your path. They are meant to be felt, understood, and then brought to me. Because when your emotions lead you, you become unstable. But when you bring them to me, you become steady. There will be moments when your emotions rise quickly. Moments when frustration builds, when sadness feels heavy, when anxiety begins to fill your mind. And in those moments, it may feel like everything is moving too fast, like you are losing control. But, my child, you are not losing control. You are simply being invited to pause, invited to step back, invited to return to me before you respond. My child, do not be afraid of what you feel. Do not try to ignore it or hide it. Instead, acknowledge it. Say within yourself, this is what I am feeling right now, and then bring it to me. Speak to me honestly. You do not need perfect words. You only need a willing heart. When you bring your emotions to me, I meet you there. I calm you. I guide you. I help you see clearly again. My child, you often react quickly when emotions are strong. You speak before you pause. You decide before you think. And later, you look back and wish you had responded differently. But this is why I am teaching you something new. I am teaching you to slow down. Because in your pause, there is power. In your pause, there is clarity. In your pause, there is my presence guiding you. My child, begin to practice this in small moments. When something irritates you, pause before reacting. When something disappoints you, pause before speaking. When something makes you anxious, Pause before letting your thoughts run. In that pause, take a breath and remember that I am with you. You are not alone in that moment. And from that place, you can choose your response instead of being controlled by your reaction. My child, not every feeling needs to become an action. Not every emotion needs to be expressed immediately. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is wait. Wait until your thoughts settle. Wait until your heart becomes calm. Then respond with intention. Because when you respond from peace, your words will carry wisdom instead of regret. My child, your emotions are not your enemy. They are signals. They show you what is happening within you. They reveal where you may be carrying pain, where you may need healing, where you may need to trust me more. So do not ignore them, but do not let them control you either. Let them guide you back to me. My child, as you stay connected to me, you will begin to notice something changing within you. What once overwhelmed you will begin to feel manageable. What once controlled you will begin to lose its power. You will still feel, but you will not be shaken in the same way, because your foundation is no longer in your emotions, it is in me. My child, I see your progress, even when you do not. I see the moments where you pause instead of reacting. I see the times when you choose to come back to me instead of getting lost in your thoughts. These moments may feel small to you, but they are not small to me. They are signs of growth. They are signs that you are becoming more steady, more aware, more aligned with me. My child, do not be discouraged when you have moments where you react the old way. Do not think you have failed. Growth is not perfect. It is a process. When you notice it, simply return. Come back to me again. Every return strengthens you. Every return deepens your connection with me. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I give you my emotions. Let that be your choice. Not just once, but again and again, every time you feel overwhelmed. And if you feel this within you, type, I give it to God in the comments as your declaration. My child, continue to stay with me in this journey. You are not alone in what you feel. You are not alone in your struggles. I am with you in every moment, guiding you, calming you, strengthening you. So do not fear your emotions. Bring them to me. Trust me with them. Go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to be controlled by what you feel. You do not need to react to everything that rises within you. Just pause, return, and trust me. And I will guide you through every moment with peace, with clarity, and with a quiet strength that will continue to grow inside you. My child, stay with me again. Do not let your attention drift, because what I am about to place in your heart will help you in the moments when you feel pulled in many directions. You have been learning to pause, to trust, to bring your emotions to me. And now I want to teach you how to remain steady when everything around you feels unstable. My child, life will not always be calm. There will be noise around you. People will have opinions. Situations will shift unexpectedly. Plans will change. And sometimes things will not go the way you hoped. In those moments, it will feel like everything is moving quickly, and your mind will try to catch up by thinking, analyzing, and worrying. But listen carefully. You do not need to move at the same speed as the noise around you. You can remain still within. My child, this is your strength. Not in controlling everything, not in reacting to everything, but in staying grounded within yourself, with me. When everything around you feels rushed, you can choose to slow down. When everything feels loud, you can choose to return to quiet. This is something you can practice, and the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. My child, I want you to understand that you do not have to respond to every situation immediately. You do not have to match the urgency that others may feel. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to pause and come back to me before you speak, before you decide, before you act. This pause will protect you from unnecessary stress, from words you may regret, and from decisions made in confusion. My child, when you stay connected to me, you begin to notice a difference. You begin to feel a space between what happens and how you respond. In that space, you have a choice. You are no longer reacting automatically. You are choosing intentionally, and that is where your peace grows. My child, not everything deserves your attention. Not every problem needs your energy. There will be things that try to pull you in, to make you worry, to make you feel responsible for things that are not yours to carry. But you must learn to let some things pass. You must learn to say within yourself, "This is not mine to carry," and return your focus to me. My child, your peace is valuable. Protect it, not by avoiding life, but by choosing where you place your attention. When you focus on everything at once, you become overwhelmed. But when you focus on me, everything else begins to settle. My child, I also want you to trust that things are unfolding even when you do not see it. You often feel the need to understand everything, to know what is coming next, to have clarity before you move forward. But you do not need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step. And as you take that step with me, the next one will become clear. My child, you are being guided even when it does not feel obvious. There are things happening behind the scenes, things aligning in ways you cannot yet see. So do not rush. Do not force. Stay present. Stay connected. Trust that I am leading you. My child, when you feel overwhelmed, come back to something simple. Take a breath. Feel your body become still. Bring your attention back to this moment. And then remember me. You do not need to solve everything at once. You only need to return. My child, I want you to begin trusting this way of living. Trust that you do not need to react to everything. Trust that you do not need to control everything. Trust that you can remain calm even when life is not. Because your calm does not come from your circumstances. It comes from me. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, "God, I choose to stay steady with you." Let that be your decision moving forward. And if you feel this within you, type, "I stay steady with God," in the comments. Let that be your reminder when things begin to feel overwhelming again. My child, you are growing in ways you may not yet fully see. You are becoming more aware, more grounded, more peaceful. Even if it feels slow, it is real. And it will continue as you stay with me. So go forward with this understanding. You do not need to move with the chaos around you. You do not need to carry everything. You can remain steady. You can remain calm. You can remain connected to me. Because I am with you in every moment, guiding you, grounding you, strengthening you. And as you continue to walk with me, you will find that what once overwhelmed you no longer has the same power. You will move through life with a quiet strength, a steady heart, and a deep sense of peace that comes from staying close to me. My child, come closer again and stay with me in this moment. Let your heart rest here, not searching, not striving, but simply being with me. Because what I am teaching you is not just for the difficult moments. It is for every part of your life. You are learning how to live differently, how to walk through life with peace instead of pressure, with trust instead of fear. And now I want to guide you into something even deeper, learning how to let go of what you cannot carry. My child, you have been carrying more than you realize. Not just responsibilities, but thoughts, worries, expectations, and the weight of trying to make everything work out. You carry conversations in your mind long after they are over. You carry fears about things that have not even happened yet. You carry the pressure of wanting everything to be right, to be stable, to be secure. And slowly, without noticing, this becomes heavy. But my child, you were never meant to carry all of this. There are things in your life that are not yours to hold, things that belong in my hands, not yours. But because you care, because you want things to go well, you hold on, you try to manage, to control, to fix. And in doing so, you become tired. My child, I'm asking you now to release. Not everything at once, but step by step. When you notice yourself overthinking, release it. When you notice yourself worrying about the future, release it. When you feel the need to control an outcome, release it. And say within your heart, God, this is yours. My child, letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you trust me with what you cannot control. It means you recognize that you do not have to carry everything alone. It means you allow me to do what you cannot do. My child, I know letting go feels uncomfortable for you because you have learned to hold on tightly. You believe that if you let go, things might fall apart. But listen carefully. You are not holding everything together. I am. And when you release things into my hands, they are not lost. They are placed in a place of greater care, greater wisdom, and greater understanding than you could ever provide on your own. My child, there is peace waiting for you in this letting go, a lightness that you have not felt in a long time, but you will not experience it until you begin to release what you have been holding so tightly. My child, you do not need to have all the answers right now. You do not need to know how everything will turn out. You do not need to solve every problem today. You only need to take the next step and trust me with the rest. This is how you walk with me, step by step, moment by moment, choice by choice. My child, I also want you to understand that letting go is not a one-time decision. It is something you will do again and again, because your mind will return to old patterns. It will try to take back what you have released, and when that happens, do not be discouraged. Simply release it again. Every time you release, you grow stronger. Every time you release, you trust more. Every time you release, you feel lighter. My child, I am not asking you to stop thinking or to stop caring. I am asking you to stop carrying what is not yours. You can care without carrying. You can think without overthinking. You can be responsible without being overwhelmed. And this is where your freedom begins. My child, I want you to notice how your body feels when you are holding too much. The tension, the restlessness, the heaviness. And then notice what happens when you take a breath and release. There is a shift, a softening, a sense of space. That is what I want for you. A life where you are not constantly weighed down. A life where you can move freely. A life where you trust me with what you cannot control. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I release what I cannot carry. Let that be your choice. And if you feel this within you, type, I release it to God, in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you feel overwhelmed again. My child, you are not alone in this. I am here with you, ready to carry what you release, ready to guide you, ready to give you peace in exchange for your burdens. So do not hold on so tightly. Let go. Trust me. Walk with me. And you will begin to feel a new kind of freedom, a quiet peace and a steady strength that comes not from controlling everything, but from trusting me with everything. Go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to carry it all. You were never meant to. Just stay close to me. Release what is heavy, and I will take care of the rest. My child, stay with me once more. Let your heart settle into this moment again, not rushed, not distracted, but open and present. Because what I am about to place in your heart now will help you not only in moments of struggle, but in the quiet, ordinary parts of your life where you often forget that I am with you. My child, you are learning to release, to trust, to let go of what you cannot carry. And that is good. But now, I want you to understand something deeper. After you release, you must also learn to rest. Yes, rest. Not just physical rest, but rest within your mind, rest within your heart, rest within your spirit. Because many times, even after you let something go, your mind goes back to it. You release it in one moment, but then you pick it up again through your thoughts. You begin to replay it, rethink it, worry about it again. And without realizing it, you are carrying the same weight you just released. My child, true surrender is followed by rest. When you give something to me, Do not take it back in your thoughts. Let it stay with me. Trust that I am handling it. Trust that I am working, even when you do not see it. My child, this is where your peace will grow, not just in releasing, but in resting after you release. When your mind tries to go back, gently bring it back to me. Say, God, I already gave this to you. And then allow yourself to be still again. My child, you do not need to check on everything. You do not need to constantly think about what will happen. You do not need to carry it in your mind to make sure it works out. I am already taking care of it. Trust me enough to rest. My child, I see how often you live in tension. Even when nothing is happening, your mind is active, thinking, planning, worrying, trying to stay ahead of everything. And this constant activity keeps you from experiencing peace. But you were not created to live in constant tension. You were created to live in trust. And trust allows you to rest. My child, rest is not doing nothing. It is being at peace while doing what you need to do. It is moving through your day without carrying unnecessary weight. It is knowing that you can do your part and trust me with the rest. This is the balance I want to teach you. Do what is yours to do and release what is not. Act when needed and rest when it is not. Think when it is helpful and be still when it is not. My child, when you begin to live this way, everything will feel lighter. Your mind will become clearer. Your heart will feel calmer. And you will begin to enjoy your life more, instead of constantly feeling pressured by it. My child, I also want you to understand that rest is not something you earn. It is something you receive. You do not need to finish everything to rest. You do not need to solve everything to rest. You only need to trust me. And from that trust, rest will come naturally. My child, take moments throughout your day to pause, even for a few seconds. Close your eyes if you can, take a deep breath, and simply become aware of my presence with you. You do not need to say anything. You do not need to do anything. Just be with me. These small moments of stillness will change your entire day. They will bring you back to peace. They will remind you that you are not alone. They will help you stay grounded, even when life feels busy. My child, this is how you remain connected to me. Not only in big moments, but in the small, quiet spaces of your life. And over time, these moments will grow. They will become natural. You will begin to live with a constant awareness of my presence, and that awareness will bring you peace that does not easily fade. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose to rest in you. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I rest in God in the comments. Let that be your reminder when your mind begins to race again. My child, you are learning something that will change how you live. You are learning that you do not need to carry everything. You do not need to control everything. You do not need to think about everything all the time. You can release, you can trust, and you can rest. And in that rest, you will find strength. Not a loud strength, but a quiet, steady strength that carries you through every moment. My child, I am with you always, in your stillness, in your movement, in your thoughts, in your silence. So stay close to me, stay aware, stay open, and go forward with peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, and trust in your spirit. Because you are not walking alone. You are walking with me. My child, come closer again and stay here with me. Let your heart slow down and settle into this moment, because what I am about to place within you will help you not only in quiet times, but especially when life begins to move quickly again. You have been learning to release, to trust, to rest, and now I want to show you how to remain consistent, even when your environment changes. My child, it is easy to feel close to me in moments like this, when you are still, when you are focused, when your heart is open. But your growth will be revealed in how you carry this connection into your everyday life. When you are busy, when you are distracted, when things are not calm, that is where your practice becomes real. My child, do not separate me from your daily life. I am not only here in quiet moments. I am with you in everything. In your work, in your conversations, in your decisions, in your thoughts. You do not need to leave this peace behind when you move into your day. You can carry it with you. My child, this is what I want you to begin practicing. Stay aware of me in small ways. When you wake up, take a moment to acknowledge me. When you begin your work, invite me into it. When you feel stress rising, pause and remember me. These small moments of awareness will keep you connected. My child, you do not need long periods of time to stay close to me. You need consistent moments, small returns throughout your day. Each time you remember me, each time you pause, each time you bring your attention back, you strengthen your connection. And over time, this connection becomes natural. My child, I also want you to understand that consistency is more important than intensity. You do not need to do everything perfectly. You do not need to feel deeply connected every moment. You only need to keep coming back again and again. This is how your relationship with me grows. My child, there will be days when you feel distracted, days when you forget to pause, days when you feel distant. Do not be discouraged. Do not think you have lost what you gained. Simply return. Come back to me in that moment. That return is what matters. My child, I am not measuring you by how perfect you are. I am walking with you in how consistent you are. And every time you return, you are growing. Every time you remember me, you are strengthening your awareness. My child, I also want you to bring me into your decisions. You often feel like you have to figure everything out on your own. You think, you analyze, you try to make the best choice. But you do not need to do this alone. Before you decide, pause and ask me. Even if the answer does not come immediately, that moment of asking opens your heart to my guidance. My child, I guide you in quiet ways, through peace, through clarity, through a sense of what feels right. Learn to notice that. Learn to trust that, because I am leading you even when you do not hear words. My child, as you continue this practice, you will begin to notice something changing within you. You will feel less rushed, less overwhelmed, more steady, more clear. Not because life has become easier, but because you are staying connected to me. My child, this connection is your foundation. It is what keeps you steady when everything else feels uncertain. It is what brings you back when your mind begins to wander. It is what gives you peace, even when circumstances are not perfect. My child, I want you to take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I will stay connected to you. Let that be your intention. And if you feel this within you, type, I stay connected to God in the comments. Let that be your reminder throughout your day. My child, you are not alone in this journey. I am with you in every moment. I am guiding you even when you do not notice it. I am strengthening you even when you do not feel it. So do not overcomplicate this. Do not make it harder than it needs to be. Just stay aware, stay open, keep returning, because this is how you will live differently. Not through one big change, but through small, consistent moments of connection with me. My child, go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to leave this peace behind. You can carry it with you into every moment, every situation, every part of your life. Stay close to me, and I will guide you step by step into a life of peace, clarity, and quiet strength that will continue to grow within you each day. Let your heart be still, not just for a moment, but in a way that begins to shape how you live. You have been learning to stay connected, to return, to rest, and now I want to guide you into something that will strengthen everything you have received. Learning how to carry this peace when you face real challenges. My child, there will be moments when your peace is tested. Not in quiet environments, but in real situations. When someone speaks in a way that disturbs you, when something unexpected happens, when pressure rises and your thoughts begin to move quickly again. In those moments, it may feel like everything you have learned disappears. But listen carefully, it has not disappeared. It is still within you. You are simply being given a choice to return or to react. My child, this is where your growth becomes real. Not when everything is calm, but when you are challenged, because peace that only exists in quiet moments is not yet strong. But peace that remains even in difficulty, that is strength. So when you feel that tension rising, when your thoughts begin to rush, when your emotions start to take over, pause. Do not follow the first reaction. Do not speak immediately. Come back to me in that moment, even if it is just one breath. That one breath can change everything. My child, you do not realize how powerful your pause is. In that pause, you step out of reaction and into awareness. In that pause, you give yourself space to choose differently. In that pause, you allow me to guide you. This is how you protect your peace, not by avoiding life, but by staying grounded within it. My child, I also want you to understand that not every situation needs your response. There will be times when silence is wisdom, when stepping back is strength, when letting something pass is the best choice you can make. You do not need to prove yourself. You do not need to respond to everything. You do not need to carry every situation. Choose peace, again and again. My child, your environment may not always be calm, but you can be. And this calmness will not come from controlling everything around you. It will come from staying connected to me within you. This is what I am building in you. A steady heart, a clear mind, a peaceful presence. And as this grows, you will begin to notice something. Situations that once overwhelmed you will no longer have the same effect. Words that once disturbed you will lose their power. Because you are no longer reacting from your old patterns. You are responding from a place of peace. My child, this is transformation, not instant, but real. And it is happening within you. Even now, my child, do not be discouraged if you still have moments where you react quickly. Do not think you have failed. Growth is not about being perfect. It is about becoming aware and choosing again. So when you notice it, return. Always return. My child, I am with you in every moment. In your pause. In your thoughts. In your decisions. I am guiding you, even when you do not hear words. I am strengthening you, even when you do not feel it. So trust this process. Trust what is happening within you, because you are changing. And this change will carry you forward into a life that feels lighter, calmer, and more aligned with me. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose peace over reaction. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I choose peace in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you are tested again. My child, continue walking with me in this way. Continue choosing awareness over reaction. Continue returning again and again. And if these words are helping you, if you feel this peace growing within you, you may support this ministry through the link given below so that more hearts can receive this same guidance and strength. My child, go forward now with confidence, not because everything will be easy, but because you are learning how to remain steady in the middle of it all. Stay close to me, and I will guide you through every moment with peace, with clarity, and with a quiet strength that will continue to grow within you. My child, come closer again and remain here with me. Let your heart be still, not because everything around you is quiet, but because you are learning how to become quiet within. You have been growing, learning to pause, to trust, to release, to remain steady. And now I want to take you deeper into something that will shape how you live every single day, learning how to guard what I am building inside you. My child, what you are receiving right now is valuable. This peace you are beginning to feel, this awareness you are developing, this quiet strength growing within you. These are not small things. They are treasures, and anything valuable must be protected. Because not everything around you will support this growth. There will be distractions, there will be noise, there will be influences that try to pull you back into old patterns. And if you are not careful, you may slowly drift without even realizing it. My child, this is why I am teaching you to guard your heart, not by closing yourself off from life, but by being aware of what you allow into your mind, your thoughts, and your attention. Because what you allow in will shape what grows within you. My child, pay attention to what you are listening to. Pay attention to what you are focusing on. Pay attention to what you are thinking about throughout your day. If something brings fear, constant worry, or confusion, do not stay there too long. Gently step back. Return your focus to me, because your peace is more important than staying in something that disturbs you. My child, you are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to step away from conversations that drain you. You are allowed to limit what you expose your mind to. You are allowed to choose what aligns with the peace I am building in you. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. My child, I also want you to guard your thoughts, because even when everything around you is calm, your thoughts can create noise within you. Old patterns may return. Negative thinking may appear. Doubt may try to enter your mind. But remember what you have learned. You do not have to follow every thought. You can pause, you can notice, you can choose, and then gently bring your focus back to me. My child, this is how you stay grounded. Not by stopping thoughts from coming, but by choosing which ones you give your attention to. My child, I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be aware, because awareness gives you the ability to choose differently. And every time you choose peace, every time you return, every time you stay connected, you strengthen what I am building within you, my child. I also want you to understand that protecting your peace does not mean avoiding challenges. Life will still bring situations that test you, but now you will face them differently. You will not be easily shaken. You will not be easily overwhelmed, because you are rooted in something deeper. You are rooted in me, my child. This is your foundation. And when your foundation is strong, everything else becomes more stable. So continue building this. Continue choosing awareness. Continue choosing peace. Continue choosing to return to me, because this is how your life begins to change. Not all at once, but steadily. My child, I see your effort. I see your willingness. I see your heart opening and growing, and I am with you in every step. So do not lose focus now. Stay consistent. Stay aware. Stay close to me. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I will guard my peace. Let that be your decision moving forward. And if you feel this within you, type, I protect my peace in the comments. Let that be your reminder when distractions come. My child, continue walking with me. Continue growing in this awareness, because what I am building in you is not temporary. It is something that will stay with you, guide you, and strengthen you in every season of your life. And if these words are helping you, if you feel this growth within you, you may support this ministry through the link given below, so that more hearts can receive this same peace and direction. My child, go forward now with confidence. Not loud confidence, but quiet confidence. The kind that is steady, calm, and rooted in trust. Because you are not alone. You are guided. You are strengthened, and you are becoming someone who carries peace, no matter what is happening around you. Stay close to me, and I will continue to lead you, step by step, into a life of clarity, strength, and deep, unshakable peace. My child, you are not as lost as you think. You are not as far behind as you feel. You are being guided, even now. My child, I also want you to trust your pace. You often feel like you should be further ahead, like you should have more clarity, more progress, more certainty by now. But your journey is not meant to match anyone else's. Your timing is different. Your path is unique. and I am working in you in ways that cannot always be seen immediately. So do not rush. Do not compare. Stay with me, because where you are right now is exactly where you need to be for what I am preparing in you. My child, as you continue, you will begin to feel more confident. Not loud confidence, not pride, but a quiet trust, a knowing that you are being guided, a steadiness in your decisions. And this confidence will not come from having all the answers. It will come from knowing that you are not walking alone. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I trust your guidance within me. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I trust God's guidance in the comments. Let that be your reminder when doubt begins to rise. My child, continue walking with me. Continue listening. Continue trusting what I am placing within you, because you are learning to move differently now. Not from fear, not from pressure, but from peace. And that is where your life begins to align. My child, go forward now with trust. Not in yourself alone, but in me within you. Because I am guiding you. I am leading you. And I will continue to walk with you, step by step, into the life that is meant for you. My child, stay with me again. Do not rush away from this moment, because what I am building in you requires patience, attention, and willingness. You have been learning to trust my guidance within you, to move with peace instead of pressure, and now I want to help you understand something that will protect your journey. Learning how to remain patient with your life. My child, you often feel like things should happen faster. You look at your life and think something is missing. Something should have already come together. Something should have already changed. And when it does not happen in the time you expect, you begin to feel restless. You begin to question. You begin to wonder if something is wrong. But listen carefully, my child. Nothing is late. What is meant for you is not delayed. What is meant for you is being prepared. There are things happening that you cannot see. There are changes taking place within you. There are paths being aligned in ways you do not yet understand. And all of this takes time. My child, do not rush what I am preparing, because when you rush, you step ahead of what is ready. And when you step ahead, you create confusion. But when you stay with me, when you trust my timing, everything unfolds in the right way, at the right moment. My child, patience is not waiting with frustration. Patience is trusting with peace. It is knowing that even when you do not see movement, something is still happening. You may not see progress, but you are growing. You may not see results, but things are aligning. My child, trust the unseen work, because much of what I do in your life begins beneath the surface. Just like a seed does not grow instantly above the ground, but first grows roots beneath it, I am building something within you before it becomes visible around you. And those roots, they matter. Because what grows quickly without strong roots does not last. But what is built slowly becomes strong, stable, and lasting. My child, I am not rushing your life because I care about what I am building in you. I am shaping your heart. I am strengthening your mind. I am preparing you for what is ahead. So do not compare your timeline to others. Do not look at someone else's progress and think you are behind. You are not behind. You are in preparation. My child, trust where you are right now. Even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels slow, even if it feels like nothing is happening. Because I am working, even here. My child, I also want you to release the pressure you put on yourself. The pressure to have everything figured out. The pressure to be at a certain place by a certain time. The pressure to prove something. You do not need to carry that. You are allowed to grow at your pace. You are allowed to learn step by step. You are allowed to take time. Because your life is not a race. It is a journey, and I am walking it with you. My child, when you feel impatience rising, pause. Take a breath, and remind yourself, God is working even now. Return to that truth again and again, because impatience will try to pull you into worry, into comparison, into frustration. But patience will bring you back to peace. My child, you do not need to force things to happen. What is meant for you will come. What is aligned for you will unfold. What I have prepared for you will reach you at the right time. Your role is not to control the timing. Your role is to stay connected to me, to trust, to remain steady, to continue walking forward, even when you do not see the full picture. My child, this is faith, not knowing everything, but trusting me anyway. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I trust your timing. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I trust God's timing in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you feel like things are moving too slowly. My child, continue walking with me. Continue trusting. Continue allowing me to shape your life in the right way. Because what I am preparing for you is not temporary. It is something that will last. And if these words are helping you, if you feel peace growing within you, you may support this ministry through the link given below so that more hearts can receive this same encouragement and truth. My child, go forward with patience in your heart. You are not late. You are not behind. You are being prepared. And I am with you every step of the way. My child, come closer once again and stay here with me. Let your heart be still and open, because what I am about to speak will bring you into a deeper understanding of how to walk forward without fear. You have been learning to trust my timing, to be patient, to release pressure, and now I want to guide you into something that will free you even more. Learning how to let go of fear about your future. My child, I see the thoughts that come to you when you think about what is ahead. Questions begin to form. What will happen next? Will things work out? Am I making the right choices? And as these thoughts grow, they begin to create uneasiness within you. You try to imagine every possible outcome, hoping that if you can predict it, you can feel secure. But listen carefully, my child. Your future is not something you need to fear. It is something you can trust me with. Because you are not walking into the unknown alone. I am already there. My child, I go before you. I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. And I am already preparing the way ahead of you, even while you are still here in this moment. So why carry fear when you are being led? My child, fear about the future comes when you try to take control of what has not yet happened. When you try to solve tomorrow before it arrives. When you try to secure outcomes that are not yet yours to handle. But you were never meant to live that way. You were meant to live in trust, trusting me today, so you can walk into tomorrow with peace. My child, you do not need to have all the answers about your future. You do not need to know exactly how everything will unfold. You only need to stay connected to me in this moment. Because when you are present with me now, I will guide you into what comes next, step by step, not all at once. My child, I want you to release the habit of overthinking your future. Release the constant questioning. Release the need to figure everything out. Instead, return to something simple. Return to me. When thoughts about the future begin to overwhelm you, pause and say, God, I trust you with what is ahead. And then come back to this moment, because this moment is where your peace is. My child, your future will be shaped by how you live today. And if you live today in fear, you will carry that fear forward. But if you live today in trust, you will walk into your future with peace. So focus on today. Take the step in front of you. Make the choice that feels aligned. Stay connected to me in what you are doing now, and I will take care of what comes next. My child, I also want you to understand that your future is not fragile. It is not something that will fall apart because of one wrong step. I am guiding you. Even when you make mistakes, I will redirect you. Even when things do not go as planned, I will use it for your good. So, release the fear of getting it wrong. You are not walking alone. My child, there is something beautiful waiting ahead for you. Not a life without challenges, but a life where you are stronger, more grounded, more at peace. A life where you trust me, more than you fear the unknown. And that life begins with this choice, the choice to trust me now. My child, take a moment and say within your heart, God, I trust you with my future. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, my future is in God's hands, in the comments. Let that be your reminder when fear tries to return. My child, continue walking with me. Continue choosing trust over fear. Continue staying present instead of getting lost in what has not yet come, because I am already ahead of you, preparing, guiding, leading, and you will not miss what is meant for you. My child, go forward without fear, not because you know everything, but because you trust me, and I will walk with you into every moment of your future, with peace, with guidance, and with a love that will never leave you. My child, come closer again and stay with me in this moment. Let your heart settle, not in fear, not in pressure, but in the quiet assurance that I am with you. You have been learning to release fear about your future, to trust me with what is ahead. And now I want to guide you into something that will strengthen your daily walk, learning how to live fully in the present. My child, your mind often moves ahead of you. It goes into tomorrow, into possibilities, into questions that have not yet been answered. And while you are thinking about what is next, you miss what is now. You miss the peace available in this moment. You miss the clarity that is right in front of you. But listen carefully, my child. Your life is happening now, not tomorrow, not in what you imagine, but right here, in this moment. And this moment is where I am with you. My child, when you bring your attention back to the present, you begin to feel something different. The noise quiets, the pressure softens. Your thoughts slow down, and in that stillness, you become aware of me again. This is where your peace lives, not in trying to control what is coming, but in staying connected to me now. My child, I want you to begin practicing this throughout your day. When your mind begins to drift into the future, gently bring it back. When you notice yourself worrying about what might happen, pause and return to this moment. Take a breath. Look around you. Feel your body become still. And remember, I am here. My child, you do not need to carry tomorrow today. You do not need to solve problems that have not yet come. Each day has enough of its own steps, and I will give you what you need for each one. When tomorrow comes, I will be there too. So why try to live it now? My child, there is peace available to you in the present, but you must choose to receive it. You must choose to let go of the habit of constantly thinking ahead. You must choose to come back again and again to where you are. This is not something you will do perfectly. Your mind will wander. Your thoughts will move ahead. But every time you notice, that is your opportunity to return. And every return brings you closer to peace. My child, I also want you to begin appreciating the small moments in your day. The quiet moments, the simple things, the pauses in between your responsibilities. These are not empty moments. They are opportunities to reconnect with me. You do not need to wait for a perfect time to feel my presence. I am with you in the ordinary, in your breath, in your stillness, in your awareness. My child, as you begin to live this way, you will notice something changing. You will feel less rushed, less overwhelmed, more present, more grounded. Life will begin to feel more steady, not because everything around you has changed, but because you are no longer lost in what has not yet happened. You are here, and I am with you. My child, I want you to understand something important. This moment is enough. You do not need to add more to it. You do not need to fill it with worry or questions. You can simply be here, doing what is in front of you, with me. And that is where your peace grows. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose to be present with you. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I stay present with God in the comments. Let that be your reminder when your mind begins to run ahead again. My child, continue walking with me in this way. Continue returning to the present. Continue choosing awareness over distraction, because this is how your life becomes lighter. This is how your heart becomes calmer. This is how your mind becomes clearer. And this is how you begin to experience my presence, not just in special moments, but in every moment. My child, go forward now with this understanding. You do not need to live in tomorrow. You do not need to carry what is ahead. Just stay here. Stay present. Stay with me, and I will guide you step by step through every moment of your life with peace, with clarity, and with a quiet, steady love that will never leave you. My child, come closer again and remain with me. With me. Let your heart be still in this moment, because what I am about to place within you will bring everything together that you have been learning. You have been learning to stay present, to trust your future with me, to release what you cannot carry. And now I want to guide you into something that will anchor your life learning. How to live in deep trust, not just in moments, but as a way of being. My child, trust is not just something you say. It is something you live. It is something you choose again and again, especially when things do not make sense. Especially when you do not see immediate answers. Especially when life feels uncertain. Because real trust is revealed in the unknown. My child, there will be times when you do not understand what I am doing. Times when things feel delayed, when answers do not come quickly, when situations seem unclear. And in those moments, your mind will try to take control again. It will try to figure everything out, to create explanations, to search for certainty. But listen carefully. You do not need to understand everything to trust me. You only need to remember who I am. I am the one who guides you. I am the one who sees what you cannot see. I am the one who is working even when you do not feel it. My child, trust begins where understanding ends. When you reach the point where you do not know what to do, that is not the end. That is the place where you lean into me more deeply. That is the place where you stop trying to carry everything on your own and allow me to lead you. My child, I know you want clarity. You want to know that everything will work out. You want to feel secure before you move forward. But if you had complete certainty, you would not need faith. And faith is where your relationship with me grows. My child, I am not asking you to walk blindly. I am asking you to walk with me. There is a difference. When you walk with me, you are not alone in your uncertainty. You are guided within it, step by step, moment by moment. My child, I want you to begin trusting me in small things, in your daily decisions, in your thoughts, in your reactions. When something feels uncertain, pause and bring it to me. Even if the answer is not immediate, that act of turning to me builds trust. And over time, that trust becomes natural. My child, you will begin to feel a quiet confidence, not because everything is clear, but because you know you are being led. You will stop needing constant reassurance. You will stop questioning every step, because you will know deep within you that I am with you. My child, this is where peace becomes steady, not dependent on circumstances, but rooted in trust. My child, I also want you to understand that trusting me does not mean everything will always be easy. There will still be challenges. There will still be moments of discomfort, but you will walk through them differently. You will not be shaken in the same way. You will not be overwhelmed as easily, because your foundation is no longer in what happens around you. It is in me. My child, this is what I am building in you, a life that is not controlled by fear, a heart that is not overwhelmed by uncertainty, a mind that is not constantly searching for answers, but a life that is steady, a heart that is at peace, a mind that trusts. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I trust you even when I don't understand. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I trust you, God, in the comments. Let that be your reminder when things feel unclear again. My child, continue walking with me. Continue choosing trust, even when it feels difficult. Continue returning, even when your mind tries to wander. Because this is where your life becomes anchored. This is where your peace becomes unshakable. And this is where you begin to experience a deeper connection with me that will carry you through every season. My child, go forward now with trust in your heart. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to control everything. Just stay close to me, and I will lead you through every unknown with peace, with wisdom, and with a love that will never leave you. My child, stay with me again. Let your heart remain open, not distracted, not rushing ahead, but fully present in what I am speaking to you now. You have been learning to trust me, even when you do not understand. And now I want to guide you into something that will deepen that trust, learning how to surrender fully. My child, surrender is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is not losing control in fear. Surrender is trust in its purest form. It is choosing to place everything in my hands, not because you have no strength, but because you recognize that I am your strength. You often try to hold on to things. You hold on to outcomes. You hold on to expectations. You hold on to how you think things should go. And when life does not match those expectations, you feel tension. You feel disappointment. You feel unsettled. But my child, the more tightly you hold on, the heavier it becomes. And the more you surrender, the lighter you feel. My child, surrender is a daily choice. It is not something you do once and never return to. It is something you choose again and again, especially when your mind wants to take control. When things do not go as planned, surrender. When you feel uncertain, surrender. When you feel the need to control, surrender. And say within your heart, God, I place this in your hands. My child, I know surrender can feel uncomfortable because it requires you to release control. It requires you to trust without seeing the outcome. It requires you to believe that I am working even when there is no visible proof. But this is where your peace is, not in holding on, but in letting go. My child, I am not asking you to stop caring about your life. I am asking you to trust me with it, to walk with me, instead of trying to carry everything on your own. Because when you try to carry everything, you become tired. You become overwhelmed. You become restless in your thoughts. But when you surrender, something changes. Your mind becomes quieter. Your heart becomes lighter. Your spirit becomes calm, because you are no longer carrying what was never yours to carry. My child, I want you to begin noticing when you are holding on too tightly, when your thoughts keep returning to the same situation, when you feel tension in your body, when you feel the need to control something that is not in your hands. That is your sign, your signal to surrender. Pause, take a breath, and gently release it to me. My child, you do not need to understand how I will handle it. You only need to trust that I will. Because I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. And I am working in ways you cannot yet understand. My child, surrender also means trusting my timing, not forcing things to happen, not rushing ahead, not trying to make everything fit your expectations, but allowing things to unfold in the right way at the right time. This is not easy for you. I know that. But every time you choose surrender, you grow stronger in trust. My child, you are not losing control when you surrender. You are placing your life into hands that are greater than your own, hands that guide, hands that protect, hands that provide. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I surrender everything to you. Let that be your choice. And if you feel this within you, type, "I surrender to God" in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you feel the need to hold on again. My child, continue walking with me in this way. Continue choosing surrender over control. Continue releasing what is heavy, because this is where your freedom begins. This is where your peace deepens. This is where your life becomes lighter. My child, go forward now with trust. You do not need to carry everything. You do not need to control everything. Just surrender, and I will take care of the rest. Because I am with you, always, guiding you, strengthening you, loving you, every step of the way. My child, come closer again and remain with me. Let your heart be quiet and open, because what I am about to speak will bring you into a deeper place of peace than you have known before. You have been learning to surrender, to release control, to trust me with your life. And now, I want to guide you into something that will strengthen your soul. Learning how to live with unshakable peace. My child, peace is not something the world can give you. It is not found in perfect situations, in everything going your way, or in having all your questions answered. The world's peace depends on circumstances, and when those circumstances change, that peace disappears. But the peace I give you is different. It is not based on what is happening around you. It is based on my presence within you. My child, this peace is already available to you. It is not something far away. It is not something you have to chase. It is something you step into when you stay connected to me. When you trust me, peace comes. When you surrender, peace grows. When you remain aware of me, peace stays. My child, I know there are moments when you feel shaken, when something unexpected happens, when someone says something that affects you, when situations feel uncertain. In those moments, your peace feels fragile. But listen carefully. Your peace is not fragile. It only feels that way when you disconnect from me, because your peace does not come from what is happening around you. It comes from where your focus is. If your focus is on the situation, you will feel unstable. If your focus is on me, you will feel steady. My child, this is why I am teaching you to return again and again, because every time you return to me, you return to peace. When your thoughts begin to race, return. When your emotions begin to rise, return. When your environment feels overwhelming, return. And in that return, you will find me. And in me, you will find peace. My child, unshakable peace does not mean you will never feel anything. You will still have emotions. You will still face challenges. But those things will not control you the way they used to. You will feel, but not be overwhelmed. You will experience, but not be shaken. You will walk through life with steadiness, because your foundation is no longer in the outside world. It is in me. My child, I want you to begin choosing peace intentionally, not waiting for it to come, but choosing it in your thoughts, in your responses, in your focus. When something tries to disturb you, pause and ask yourself, where is my focus right now? And then gently bring it back to me. This is how you protect your peace, not by avoiding life, but by staying rooted in me within it. My child, you also need to understand that peace grows over time. It deepens as you continue walking with me. The more you trust, the more you surrender, the more you remain aware, the stronger your peace becomes. And one day, you will notice something. Things that once disturbed you will no longer have the same effect. Situations that once overwhelmed you will feel manageable. Thoughts that once controlled you will lose their power. And you will realize you are different. You are stronger. You are steadier. My child, this is the life I am leading you into. Not a life without challenges, but a life where you are not controlled by them. A life where peace stays with you, no matter what. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, I choose your peace. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type, I choose God's peace in the comments. Let that be your reminder when life tries to shake you again. My child, Continue walking with me. Continue choosing peace. Continue returning again and again, because this is where your strength is. This is where your stability is. This is where your life becomes anchored. My child, go forward now with peace within you. Not a temporary peace, but a deep, steady, unshakable peace, because I am with you, and where I am, peace remains. My child, come closer once again and stay with me. Let your heart rest in this moment, not searching, not striving, but simply receiving. You have been learning to live in peace, to surrender, to trust, and now I want to take you deeper into something that will shape your life in a powerful way. Learning how to walk in love. My child, love is not just something you feel. It is something you choose. It is something you live. And the love I am speaking of is not dependent on how others treat you or on whether situations are easy. It is a love that comes from me, a love that flows through you when you stay connected to me. My child, I have loved you completely, not because you are perfect, not because you always get everything right, but because you are mine. My love for you does not change based on your mistakes or your progress. It is steady, it is constant, and it is always available to you. And now, I want that same love to flow through you. My child, this is not always easy. There will be moments when people hurt you, when they misunderstand you, when they do not respond the way you hoped. And in those moments, your natural reaction may be to close your heart, to pull back, to protect yourself. But listen carefully. You can protect your peace without closing your heart. You can stay wise without becoming cold. You can choose love without losing yourself. My child, loving others does not mean allowing everything. It does not mean accepting what is harmful. It means responding from a place of peace instead of reacting from pain. It means choosing patience when you could choose anger, choosing understanding when you could choose judgment, choosing calm when you could choose reaction. And you do not do this by your own strength. You do this by staying connected to me, because when you are connected to me, my love flows through you. My child, I want you to begin seeing others differently, not just by their actions, but by understanding that everyone is carrying something. Everyone is learning. Everyone is growing in their own way. This does not excuse wrong behavior, but it gives you perspective. It helps you respond with wisdom instead of reacting with emotion. My child, love also begins with how you treat yourself. You are often harder on yourself than I am. You focus on your mistakes. You criticize your progress. You speak to yourself with harshness. But that is not my voice. I speak to you with patience. I guide you with love. I correct you with grace. So begin to treat yourself the same way. Be patient with your growth. Be gentle with your process. Be kind in your thoughts, because the way you treat yourself will affect how you treat others. My child, as you continue to walk in love, you will begin to notice something changing within you. You will feel lighter. You will feel freer. You will no longer carry resentment the way you used to. You will no longer be easily disturbed by how others act, because you are no longer reacting from pain. You are responding from love. My child, this is strength. Not loud strength, but quiet, steady strength. The kind that does not need to prove anything. The kind that remains calm. The kind that carries peace into every situation. My child, take a moment now and say within your heart, God, let your love flow through me. Let that be your decision. And if you feel this within you, type God's love flows through me in the comments. Let that be your reminder when you are tested again. My child, continue walking with me in this way. Continue choosing love even when it is not easy. Continue staying connected so that my love can flow through you naturally. Because this is how your life becomes different. This is how your relationships begin to change. This is how you become a light, not by force, but by presence. And if these words are touching your heart, if you feel yourself growing in love and peace, you may support this ministry through the link given below so that more hearts can receive this same message of love and transformation. My child, Go forward now with love in your heart. Not a love that depends on others, but a love that comes from me. And I will continue to guide you, strengthen you, and fill you, so that you can walk through this life with peace, with wisdom, and with a love that reflects who I am.